So here we go with our first monologue. So in this episode, I don't want to dive into it too much, just on the intro. In this episode, I dive into a little bit about my college experience, some of the people I met. I talk about our website that's coming up. I dive into a little bit on how to deal with some of the situations that arise in your life. I don't get too philosophical in this one. I just kind of give a brief overview of my background, kind of just getting this out there, seeing how people react. But yeah, I don't want to go into it too much right now in the intro. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, enjoy. Here we go. Unhindered Podcast. Welcome back to the Unhindered Podcast, except we're trying something new today. After speaking with Buck, as you notice, he's not here. We're trying something new, right? We have our normal episodes that we last put one out in January, and we decided why don't we also add kind of a segment that's more individual or monologue, so that allows us to kind of talk about what we want individually and share it with you guys. So here goes nothing. So before I kind of jump into everything, I just want to take a minute and thank Cleared Hot, the podcast that I listen to. Andy, your podcast is amazing. I got a hat, I got a mug. The mug's not down here, but you are definitely one of the reasons I'm podcasting, so it's awesome. Team Never Quit, Rut and Latrell, you guys are awesome. Amazing. Ben Bergeron, his podcast, Chasing Excellence. All that stuff kind of inspired Buck and I to kind of do something like this. So it's awesome. So I really want to thank you guys for that. And shout out to my girlfriend who just gave me an amazing Valentine's Day gift. I love the picture. It's on my desk. So I hope I don't embarrass you by mentioning all that on the World Wide Web. So, here goes nothing. Okay, so what I want to talk about today, and what I thought would be cool, would be if I kind of talked about my experiences in college, right? Most of you guys who know me, if you guys listen to the podcast and don't know me, it's pretty awesome, but know me, know that I went to school to play soccer and to be a teacher. Sorry, my head itches. That's why I keep doing this. So I kind of wanted to talk about that because I had my college experience is much different than everybody else's college experience. Sorry, I just had to pause and listen to all the noise in the background because I am in a house and my mic picks up everything. So I apologize for that. But back onto that, my college experience is much different than others because I didn't enjoy my college experience, and I think that I've never really put it into words, so I figured I would use my podcast as a way to do that. So here goes nothing. Of the age of about 15, I knew that I wanted to play soccer in college, and I knew that I wanted to play at the highest level possible. And those of you that follow college sports know that's Division I. So I knew that my goal in college or in high school was to try to get to Division I soccer regardless of where it was, regardless of who it was, and regardless of what I had to do. So that was my mission, that was my goal. And fast forward, I did it. I made it. I got recruited to play at Eastern Illinois University. And I went to play there. And as it turns out, it was the worst experience of my entire life. Nothing that I experienced there was anything like I thought it would be as an athlete. It's just, you're such a goal-driven person like myself that as soon as I got there and realized that maybe not everyone's goals and motivation was the same, you turn into kind of a very unhappy person, and that's kind of the boat that I was in. I had reached it, realized that it wasn't what I thought it was going to be or what I wanted it to be, and then it literally became every day was just worse and worse, and I didn't want to do it anymore. Thought about giving up soccer as a freshman in college. I thought about dropping out of school. I thought about all that stuff, and after making some phone calls and talking to people, and I decided that I would transfer to another school called Olivet Nazarene University. So that is a private school, and I also played soccer there, so I continued to play. So EIU, let's say, was a public university where anyone could do just about anything. Okay, Olivet was a private Christian school where there's rules on rules on rules. So I came from one very open to one very strict, and that was okay with me based on my experiences at EIU. That was fine. So when I got to Olivet, I'm playing at one semester. So one semester at EIU, and then I transferred to Olivet. And so I was there for 3.5 years, and I started playing, was doing good, and maybe if I'm honest with myself, I don't think my performances were good in college, so I started, and then I didn't start the last 2 years of my college career, and I'm okay sharing that, but the way some individuals handled the situation, I don't think was very adult. So again, I was put into a weird situation of, yes, I'm doing what I love, and I think I'm doing it well, I'm trying hard and putting out in all the right places, but other people see my competitiveness and attitude as a negative thing because I'm frustrated that I'm not playing. And that's fine, and I absolutely admit to that. My attitude wasn't the best, but I also think that the way other people handled that and spoke to me about it was not the greatest either. So it was weird. I was put in kind of two different places that were kind of prestigious in their own way. So EIU was Division I soccer. Were we the greatest team? No, but I was playing Division I. I was a Division I athlete. ONU was private. It was NAIA. It wasn't NCAA. They weren't Division I, but they were very good. I was at Olivet. We went to the national tournament twice, and I think my senior class, obviously I wasn't with them as freshmen because I was at EIU, but I mean they had gone 3 times, and we won the conference tournament and conference the same season before. We were very successful, so it wasn't good to be a part of a very successful program in that aspect. So what my experience of being a college athlete did for me is make me hate college, right? And that's sad. I think it's sad because those 4 years, or however long you go to college, I know people go longer. I had a roommate that went longer. I know I have plenty of friends that have gone longer, but college is definitely a place where I think you're supposed to figure out who you are and meet some really good friends. I talked to 2 people from college, and that's because they currently work with me at the school I teach at. So I left behind everything and everyone I met at college. I don't have the same girlfriend I had in college, so I'm literally cut off from everything that I went to college with, because I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. It became a place that I started to hate, and all I wanted to do was graduate. I literally knew that I had to stick it out for a specific time domain, and that one day it would be over. And that's what made me finish college, because I knew that it would be over. Like I was mentioning earlier, that's very sad because I think college can be very fun, and my current girlfriend has much different experiences, and I know a lot of other people also have much different experiences because college is a lot of fun. And you're supposed to meet people that make you happy and meet your best friends in college. Well, I did not do that. So I'm still on that journey, and that's kind of where I am. And I think part of the reason college and myself didn't mesh well is because I, at least self-diagnosed, I think that I'm a very goal-oriented person that has a lot of motivation and drive. And now people who know me may be like, no, he's not like that, or he's lazy or stuff like that. Well, I'm not talking about what they think, I'm talking about what I think about myself, and that's what I think. And I think that a lot of people in college, a lot of students, kids, young adults, I do not think are like that. And I owe that to the way I was raised with my parents. But I'm not saying everyone in college is, but I'm saying that a lot of the people I was around didn't have that, and I think that I didn't click with that idea. Like, I wasn't in college to have a good time. I was in college to get an education so that way I could use it when I was done. Right? That's what I was doing. So I think that my college experience is much different than anyone else's. So usually when someone asks me, hey, did you like college? And I say no, I'm usually very good about saying, but that's, I don't think, the norm. You can't judge what I went through based on everything, right? Just because I didn't like college or even the experiences I went through doesn't mean someone else would not. Meaning that they could very well enjoy it. And I think that that is kind of the really brief idea of my experience as a college athlete and how I feel about it. But I do want to kind of take a turn from that, so that's kind of my overview as a college athlete and my thoughts on college. But I do want to say here, now for the next couple of minutes, that I did meet a lot of good people at EIU, at Olivet, that I still email, I still text every now and then. So, I mean, regardless of where I went and what I was feeling, I still met really good people. So, I mean, just the other day, I was talking to a professor that I had at EIU as a freshman. So, I mean, I'm currently out of college and working. So, I mean, that's 5 years down the road, which is awesome. I also still in contact with a professor from Olivet that I'm very good friends with that taught me a lot about what it means to be a good person, what it means to be a good teacher, a good father. I'm not a father, but what it means to be a father figure in life and things like that. So it's not, I guess I lied when I said I'm cut off from everyone from college, because I still talk to those people and they still influence my life a lot. So it's such a meshy, no black or white, because I say I didn't enjoy it, but I met all these great people, so I don't know really what to say. So, but in general, typically, I say I did not like my college experience because of my experience as an athlete. I do not think that that's general or everyone's experience, because I think a lot of people do enjoy college. A big thing about me that is different than a lot of other college students is I don't drink. I never have in my entire life, and I probably never will as of now. So that was a big thing that obviously I didn't mesh a lot with the college lifestyle, because there's lots of students out there that enjoy drinking a lot, and that's not something I did. And at the time I wasn't mature enough to realize that people can drink and still be good people. So in college I equated drinking to being a bad person. So I currently don't do that now. I'm leaps and bounds more mature than I was as a college student. I don't think I'm a very mature person, so that says a lot about what I was as a college student. So yeah, I just think that everybody's experiences are different, and that's kind of where we are here right now, right? As I kind of reflect on everything I just babbled at you for the last 13 minutes, all those experiences, I wouldn't give up or trade away, because that has gotten me to where I am today. Right? If we look at the situations that we're in life and we think hard, a lot of people can say their life sucks, or they come from bad family backgrounds. And I know this because I know lots of people in my life that come from terrible home lives. They wake up and there's no reason for them to be happy any day of the week, ever. But it will pass. I know it will. It passed for me. And all those experiences turn you into who you are one day and right now, in this moment. So I think it's important that we reflect on the experiences that we went through and really do your best. And this is something that took me a long time to learn, right? Do your best not to hold a grudge against the people that you think wronged you or did things against you while you were going through some of the stuff that you did in life. Because, oh, you guys all hear that? The air turned off. Because some of the experiences made you who you are, and you're a better person now because of it. So why continue to think about, give power to, give control to someone or something that we supposedly think was so bad in our lives? So, I mean, Marcus Aurelius writes a lot about it, and I talk about him a lot. He's a Stoic philosophizer. He's a Roman emperor. He wrote something called Meditations, which is his personal journal that was published that you can read. I'm currently reading through it. He talks a lot about choosing your reaction to something, having control over your emotions, because the event's not bad. You're just reacting to it in a bad way because of your belief system, right? Have the self-discipline and control to control that reaction to that event, right? Just like not holding a grudge over all those people in college that I think wronged me, right? It took me a long time to get over that, but I currently am now, I think, or still trying to. So that's kind of where we are today. That's me. That's my college experience. So I think that that's important for me to share. And I know it was brief and kind of broad, and I did my best to keep names out of it. I mentioned the schools I went to. So, I mean, if any of my old teammates or coaches listen to this, know that I have no grudges against you. You guys turned me into the person I am today, and I thank you for that. And I hope that you guys are all doing amazing. Please feel free to reach out to me through this podcast or something like that. All you listeners out there, it's amazing. This has been one heck of a ride. I mean, Buck and I started this last year. We never thought that we would be 5 episodes down the line and now starting something else. So thanks for listening. You're the reason that I spend so much time trying to do this. Buck spends so much time trying to do this. It's always on our mind. We're currently making a website and also posting our content to SoundCloud. So not only can you follow us on YouTube and watch the video, you can also just listen to us on SoundCloud, which is just audio. So if you're walking around in the store or driving in the car and you just want to listen, get the SoundCloud app, follow me on SoundCloud, and I'll post all that stuff to our social media, and we'll have a website. So when all that gets up and running, those of you that follow us, be on the lookout for it. It's going to be amazing. The website's coming together really good. I'm hoping that once the website gets posted and we get YouTube and SoundCloud rolling, that the next big thing is going to be, hopefully we start kind of making some merchandise, right? Buck and I just ordered some t-shirts. We're going to see how they turn out. Wear them around. They're American made. So a big thing with both of us is we're Americans, and we take pride in the country we come from, and that's who we're going to help out first. So our t-shirts are American made. So if we like them, hopefully we can figure out a way to start getting those out there. So yeah, thanks for watching. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all at Unhindered Pod is Twitter. And then at the Unhindered Podcast is Instagram. And then YouTube, just search Unhindered Podcast and we'll be there. So subscribe to all that and be on the lookout for our new website. All right, there's going to be a place on the website to leave comments, questions, concerns For now, keep commenting on the videos, subscribe, give us ideas, things you want us to talk about now that we have this segment of the podcast. You know, Buck and I individually can dive into some of those topics. So, yeah, thanks for listening. And I hope that my first monologue turned out okay. Hopefully it wasn't too all over the place for you, but yeah, comment below on YouTube. Follow me on SoundCloud. Spread the word. # living unhindered.